You don't have to believe the Bible to become a Christian. You may not like what the Bible has to say about marriage, about sex, about parenting, about gender roles, about prophecy, about property rights, about genocide. You may not like all the stuff that the Bible has to say about all those things. But here's the reality. Those are all secondary issues. The primary issue, the one that you have to wrestle with, the one that you have to recognize is, did Jesus rise from the dead? Because that changes everything. You see, if he rose from the dead, we have to pay attention to it because it was on Palm Sunday, the day that we're celebrating today. It was on Palm Sunday that he orchestrated his entry into Jerusalem, announcing himself as the Messiah, the Savior of the world, the rightful King of the Jews. Jesus believed himself to be and accepted worship as the King of the Jews, the long-promised Messiah. He believes he's the Savior. You have to recognize that. You have to reckon with that if he's raised from the dead. Paul says the resurrection proves that Jesus is the ruler of all of the universe and promised to come again to judge the world, the living and the dead, and to set things right. Listen, the resurrection of Jesus is verifiable. There's evidence. Regardless of what my atheist friends on YouTube who are trolling us say. There's evidence, and there's good evidence. There's enough evidence to believe. Is it all the evidence that you want? No. But it's enough as evidence that historians recognize it as establishing the facts of history. There was a man named Jesus. He said a bunch of amazing things. He lived, he was crucified, he was buried for 3 days, and he rose again from the grave and then ascended into heaven.